Here at Tailgate, we release about 4 to 5 new beers every single week. That's why when you come into any of our tap rooms, you see everything's written in chalk, because midday of business, we might come down and race it and put on the next new style that we've came up with here. So what you're always drinking is something new, something fresh, small batch, R&D. You can cycle through a lot of our specialty brands of Tree, Schnack, Barrel Project, Lager Project, whatever it is. But what you don't get to see is you don't get to see all the things that go into making just those 5 beers, from the recipe creation, the design, what we're trying to achieve, and all the way to making it to the tap wall where you can get it and enjoy it in your glass. Where the rubber really meets the road for us is our production, marketing, sales team meets weekly to decide when we're going to assign the next beer to go into the tanks. Based on the season, we know kind of what we're going to make, what styles we should have on tap, what you'd like to see. Obviously, as we're going into winter and fall, we're getting a little bit darker and more malt driven on our draft board. But we also know that there's a handful of styles that we like to bring back occasionally, things that are classics in our portfolio that people have enjoyed for years and years, something like Tailgate Fest come every fall. So every week, sales, marketing, production meets as a team. We decide what's going to go into the tanks next and assign the date that that's going to make its way into cans and kegs, and then we can line up the rest of the process as when we're going to release that for our Mug Club members to pre-order, when it's going to make its way to the tap room, and start to incorporate our logistics team in that process as well, so you can enjoy it on tap at your favorite Tailgate tap room.
Sometimes the ideas come to me and there's imagery attached or ideas of imagery. Sometimes it's just a general idea and I've got to come up with a concept. So I take each one, draw up a picture, get the colors together, put it down in a file, send it over. They either eat it up and send it out to be printed, or they rip it to shreds and send it back to me. It's just a process. We go back and forth until we get it perfect. Then we try to get it ordered 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time. So we've got the opportunity to pivot if we need to and move over to another label if something doesn't work exactly like we want it to.
I'm Kels. I'm the production manager here at Tailgate. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the brewing process. So after we have a plan of action, brews that we want to do, Derek will create a recipe for us and he'll give that to us. We will go and pick out some grain for said recipe and we will mill that in. We have a mill room in our brew house. It'll grind up that grain and that malt for us. Then we will mash in, which is putting all that grain and malt into the mash tun where it gets mixed with some water, and it pretty much creates some sugar water, which ultimately is what wort is. That will end up in a boil kettle, and after that wort has been boiling and it's at the gravity that we want it to be, we will send it over to a fermenter with some yeast and it will start to create some alcohol.
Hi, my name is Phelps. I'm the lab manager at Tailgate Brewery. The bulk of what I do day to day is monitoring the progress of fermentations, helping the brewers monitor their yeast before they pitch it, and providing some kind of internal technical support for the clarity, the flavor, the consistency of the product. Day to day, probably the main function of my job is pulling samples of all the fermenters, look at it, smell it, taste it, and then quantify some data as far as pH, Plato, cell count, and just try to figure out, how do these numbers line up with what I'm seeing, smelling, and tasting, and when will this beer be ready? Is it going to be in spec? Are people going to like it, etc.?
Hi, I'm Robert Flores. I'm a seller here at Tailgate Brewing. And basically, what I do, we get the beer from the brewers. What we do is fermentation, dry hopping, flavoring, anything the beer needs before we get it ready for packaging. We centrifuge it, clean it up, carve it up, and send it off to packaging.
Hey, I'm Chase. I'm the canning line operator here at Tailgate Brewery. Whenever the beer is ready for package, it gets brought to the canning line. The cans, they start up on our decal. They go down the rinse cage. They get rinsed out with sanitized water. After that, they get a nice purge of CO2. And then after that, it gets displaced with any beer that goes into the can. Then on to the next part is just seaming. And then after seaming, it comes to our labeler. Once labeling's done, it goes to distribution.
So my name is Tyler Thompson, and I'm a production assistant here at Tailgate. And today we are in the warehouse cooler for all of our locations. So when the beer is made and packaged, we get them in cans of 12 to 16 ounces, and we have kegs of 50 liters and half of that pretty much, 6 barrel. And they get stored in here. We get orders for all of our locations, and we pull them, get them prepped, shrink wrapped, shipped out. That way all of our locations have the coldest, freshest beer that they can get. We have distributions that come in and pick up random amounts of beer. And that's just kind of the tail end of the brewery here.
Hi, my name is Al. I'm the general manager of the headquarters tap room. Next step in the process is I order beers from the brewery. They deliver to us over here. We also get tasting notes on those we can give to the bartenders. If you guys have seen our draft wall, you know we change things pretty constantly, about 2 new beers a week. So we keep that pretty fresh. And then once they deliver them, they put them right back there.
Hey guys, I'm Liz. I'm the marketing manager. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my role in the process of kind of beer from start to finish. We come in, obviously the content team, the creative team comes in at the very end of the process. I always like to say that we have the funnest job here is letting everybody know about the beer, selling the beer itself. Once it hits the tap walls, once it's in cans and packaged, we open up pre-sale to our Mug Club members. So that's a pretty sweet perk that they get is they can buy a beer before it even releases to the public. And so a lot of our beers will sell out completely over pre-sale before they even release to the public. So I control that process. And then the creative team, which is me and my friend Brian, who's filming right here, get to let everybody know. We get to create some dope content about the beer. We get to share the tasting notes that the brewery has put together, take some sweet photos and videos and all that good stuff you see on social.
So every pint at Tailgate is really special to us. As you can see, there's a lot that goes into that process, and there's dozens of people in several different departments that touch every single beer that you get to enjoy at Tailgate. So thank you for all of your support. By drinking this beer, you're directly enabling us to give 100% health, vision, dental benefits to all of our team members in every single department, and for that, we're grateful.